Welcome again, loyal listeners, to episode 4 of Vip to Vit, the Very Important People Talking About Very Important Things podcast. Three lifelong friends talking about nerdy things. I am your host, Cameron, and I have my co-host, John and Ben, with me as always. John and Ben, how is your Thursday going today?
Busy day, but I tell you what, I'm feeling all right now. Got a got some thoughts, I guess. So I'm ready to go.
Doing good, Ben?
Yeah, just busy, busy, busy. Samurai's hosting a warehouse pop-up show this Saturday. It's too late if you're watching this because we released these on Sunday, so should have talked about it last show. But yeah, just getting that going, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, just getting ready to sling some books this weekend.
So if you live in the Arizona Phoenix metro area, Ben puts it on maybe once a quarter, I would say. Is that fair?
Yes, once a quarter.
Once a quarter, he opens up. It's a huge warehouse that Samurai Comics has, and come on in, open to public, and pick up all your key books. And they got a cool promo. I think it's you fill a box, $100 or whatever it is.
Yeah, so we set up a whole bunch of long boxes of dollar books. Yeah. Set up a whole bunch of boxes of dollar books, and you bring in your short box, you fill it up for $100 flat. It's like literally the best deal. And there are people just jamming books in there. You're paying pennies on the dollar. It's super awesome.
Is it $1 per? No, it's not $1 per book. It's what does it cost?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I think you're looking, and you can fit 200 to 250 unbagged and boarded books into a short box. I mean, if you're doing it right, alternate back to front and stuff like that. So, I mean, you're looking at anywhere from a quarter to 50 cents a book, maybe. And I put good stuff in there, so it's value town all the way around.
Is it $100 to fill the box, or am I just making it up? I'm making it up.
No, yeah, it's anyway. $100 to fill the box, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's
you're
a
leaving
delay.
me to dangle. I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. I thought that's what it was. So.
I think it is like he keeps looking at you like
I'm throwing some softballs here, man.
I just answered your question. Just answered your question.
So in this episode, we have
Cam.
This episode we have our first ever Magic the Gathering set review. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles just came out. We're filthy casuals, so we'll give some thoughts on that. Talk about nerdy news, and then a new special segment we're going to try out here in just a few minutes. But before we get to the segment, any late breaking news, gentlemen, besides foreign affairs and endless wars, do you want to talk about today?
I got nothing. The war is it, baby. That's all that's on the news for me.
Any news?
I mean, nothing crazy, nothing super crazy. I will say that like the indie spec market on books is like out of control right now. The last 4 weeks has been absolutely insane for FOMO buyers, and as someone selling these books, I mean, listen, I'll take your money all day long. As someone who invests in books, it is the worst idea in the world, and it is wild. It's wild to see how many people are like chasing down just these ridiculously new titles that have no lasting power. It is very reminiscent of like late 90s, early 2000s spec. And apparently no one learned their lesson. They're doing it again. But, I mean, listen, I'll totally take your money all day long.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Fond memories of those hologram 90s books. That's when we all got into comics, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Mostly. A little bit of news. It's again because of filming. It's probably happened maybe like a week ago, but Xbox has fallen on hard times if you were not aware. And last week, the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, and I think like the co-head, some girl named Sarah Bond, both stepped down within like 24-hour notice, short term, left the company. They are done with Xbox, and I'm still living in the console wars. I am a PlayStation fanboy all the way, but I not good for the console industry. But I am always happy when Xbox takes an L, and just Phil Spencer, if you've been paying attention, they've just been doing a lot of bad decisions lately, and Phil's been there like over 30 years. So anyway, it just kind of sign of the times. But yeah, Xbox has a change of leadership, change of direction now, and we'll see where they're going. But they're not in a great place these days. And spoiler alert: we may not have Xbox along very long.
What's the current Xbox right now?
A PC. That's
kind of where they're
what
going.
it is.
Okay.
What, Series X, Series S? They did like two different consoles. They've raised the prices on them in the last couple years twice. They raised the price of their Xbox Live or whatever it's called, their Netflix service. They canceled a bunch of studios, canceled a bunch of games. They bought Activision Blizzard for what, $8 billion. Call of Duty sucks now. Like, they're just falling. Microsoft's got money, but spending all this put some extra attention on Xbox. They were kind of allowed to do their own thing on the side. But now mommy and daddy came home and realized that the house is in disorder. So, yeah, PC focus is what it sounds like. A big focus on AI. Maybe that's not good for video games. But yeah. Anyway, Xbox is in dire straits. Maybe we'll do an episode on that later. But anyway, that was my news for the week. You can tell I'm giddy.
So now is the time to get really cheap Xboxes.
Or they might be collectible items because they're probably cheaper to get resale than to buy them at the store.
I mean, I was complaining to Dave about my my friend Autumn was out shopping for a Sega Dreamcast, and I was complaining to Dave about how much I hated mine, and I was like, why the hell would anybody want to buy a Sega Dreamcast? I didn't even like mine whenever it was new. I felt like I was a sucker.
Oh
So,
man,
yes, if I
Phantasy
was the
Star
owner of an
Online.
Xbox, I would be happy. What? Was that on Dreamcast? I don't remember.
Dude, that was totally on
It was
Dreamcast.
like one of their first
Yes.
online games, I remember.
Yes.
You know what? Knowing me, I probably didn't even have the internet. So, wait.
Dreamcast was good, but that was so long ago. That was ancient.
What?
So.
The Dreamcast was not. In what world was the Dreamcast good? My dumbass could have had a PlayStation like a normal fucking person, and I bought a Dreamcast. Stupid decision.
The controller
One
was
a
so
good system,
uncomfortable.
the other one, and the controller was, yeah. I mean, it had the Tamagotchi attached to it, which I kind of liked, but other than that, like I was, you know what? It's because I like the Genesis so damn much, and I was like, well, clearly, since I like Genesis so much, I would like Dreamcast better than any Sony product. That was wrong. That was wrong. What did Nintendo have at that time?
They were N64, I believe.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah.
There was a 6-month window. Dreamcast stood alone. They Dreamcast was awesome for that amount of time, but too little, too late.
I lived through it.
But
Rose tinted glasses.
good comment, I guess, because yeah, they're saying Xbox is probably going the way of Sega. They're just going to be a games developer and get out of the console business. It works.
Software.
It works. All right, our new mystery segment. So we are new and trying to find some good rotating segments here we can have on the show. So we have a new one I did not tell you guys about today. It is our emergency, very important meeting.
Fucker.
So I have a hot topic here. We're going to decide once and for all, have the court, the Viptavat court, and we're going to real fast decide on important issues that have been raging throughout the dork community for years and get your guys' hot takes and insight real fast to settle the score once and for all on these pressing, nagging issues. Very important meeting. Court is in session. Today, gentlemen, I give to you, very simply, Ben, come out swinging. Batman. Is he not the problem is he not the problem after all?
He's totally the problem. If he would just, he just needs to murder one bad guy and it sets them all in line. Like, that's why I like Thomas Wayne as Batman, because he has no problem killing folks, and yeah, it's very, very even keel universe that he's in. Yes, Batman is the problem.
Oh, he is the problem.
Oh, 100%.
Because he
100%.
doesn't kill.
Because he doesn't kill. He doesn't set the example. And he's not powerful enough to stop anyone. So it's just, he's not the problem solver. Even being prepared. Like, he's not the problem solver. He just continues to let bad guys get out and cause havoc. And yeah, I don't know. He is a horrible, horrible superhero. That's
John, you look disgusted over there.
Would he change his behavior if the state changed their behavior? If Commissioner Gordon followed a new law set by the legislature to start murdering criminals, would Batman change his behavior in response to that? As it would now be the norm to kill criminals? I don't know.
Look at Injustice. Look at Injustice. Superman solved it. He killed Joker. No more Joker problems. Like, no more.
I read Kingdom Come, and the elimination of all the criminals didn't really solve the problem, did it? And all the then all the superheroes just started fighting each other. And I think I think Bruce Wayne solved crime in general. But that was a dystopian future, so I would say he's not the problem. He keeps his moral compass no matter what. He would, Batman living in a dystopian state would make better decisions than the state. Batman living in the current state as is sticks to an ethical code, which is, I think, of value. There we go. I'm right.
The Snyderverse, doesn't he kill in that one though? Doesn't he M60 some guys down? His car's got machine guns on it. Like,
I mean, Keaton killed some folks.
Yeah, off
Keaton
camera.
kill? I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, there was a penguin henchman. He like totally attaches explosives to him and kicks him off a building, and he explodes.
Well, it wasn't Batman that killed him. It was the fall.
So he keeps his conscience.
This sounds a lot like. I mean, there's less than killing. He's like when the Terminator was given a directive, he just blew out everybody's kneecaps. If they bled out from that, I don't know.
So I will agree with you in the sense of, like, yes, he has a moral compass and everything, and yes, he does solve crime, and that's an overarching theme. Like, he is like the detective, which is fantastic. But as far as like solving the problem of his rogues gallery, like, he never does. He's incapable of stopping his rogues gallery.
I mean, that's
they continue. They continue to just spread their wanton violence all over Gotham. And I mean, for the guy who has an answer for everything, he is incapable of solving this problem of how to stop his rogues.
There are just as many criminals in Metropolis, and that guy there has way more power and no
That wasn't this question.
strict ethical code to stick by. There are always plenty of superpowered criminals running around the New York of Spider-Man town, and I'm
going to blame it on the Comics Code Authority. They're not allowed to kill them in the comics.
This is my take. I'm kind of with Ben on this, but I will also say this is always my Trump analogy as well, not to get political, but it holds. Listen to me here. Listen to me.
God
at the end of Batman Begins.
4 episodes. We almost made it.
Begins, I know. No, but hear me out. At the end of Batman Begins, if you remember, he's on the rooftop with Gordon. They got the bat signal for the first time, and Gordon gives him like a speech. They found a piece of evidence at a crime scene. It's like Joker's playing card. It's got blood in the Ziploc bag. But he tells Batman, he's like, you've changed things. You got people dressing up in costumes now, right? They are elevating to your level. So Batman has changed the crime game by his antics and going outside the law and costumes and all that stuff. The criminals have to step up to match Batman in his antics. And I would just say that when Trump got into politics, he's kind of the Batman, I would say. And he kind of destabilized the political structure we had so long here in the United States. And now you have all politicians trying to match Trump at his Trumpiness. He changed the game just like Batman.
Like cowboys.
That's all I will say.
Therefore, the criminals would begin dressing like Indians. And then,
if there was no Batman to start, Gotham would be a lot more peaceful place to live.
But they did not look.
Not entirely, just a little more.
Cease to exist because police don't cease to exist.
This is a horrible analogy.
What? I think it's
you. The problem exists prior to the solution to the problem. The rats existed before the rat catcher. Come on now.
No, but Batman is the gasoline on the fire. That's the problem. He makes it worse.
I mean, you can look at an example of the Spider-Verse movies. You have Miles being bitten by a spider that was not meant to bite him. It was meant to bite a Peter from a different universe. That universe lacks their superhero. The villains are still there. The villains didn't go away. The villains now run rampant because there's no Spider-Man there to at least equalize what's going on.
So wait, what side are you on?
I'm on the side that Batman is the problem because he doesn't go far enough.
Okay. I say Batman is the problem by just existing.
Oh, for God's sakes, the criminals are the problem. What is Jesus? They're the ones that are robbing the bank. Batman's not robbing the
they
bank.
They are the problem. Batman's not taking it far enough.
Need to get
where's your brother? Your brother would agree with me. Batman's not taking it far enough.
The robbers won't come and try to get into my house. Like, come on.
We need more peacemakers, I guess, or punishers.
More peacemakers.
Well, hung jury. I guess this is just an unanswerable question, and so this is why it's hotly debated. So.
Okay.
Moving in, so the main segment of the show, though, is we did want to review the brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering expansion. That is a mouthful. So we are, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, pretty filthy casuals when it comes to Magic. We've been playing for quite a while now, mostly Commander, but a lot of other things as well. And we still play pretty frequently. So this is a topic we probably have a little bit more of a pulse on than others. But again, Magic, they're turning out new sets all the time. And, sometimes it's fun to maybe go through them, give some thoughts, see, guys, if there's any particular cards that stand out to you. As always these days, there's some controversy around this new set as well, which we'll touch on a little bit. But in general, to start, what are your guys' thoughts on the set just in general before we dive in deep?
Art is cool. The cards are thematic, and I would say they hit thematic enough to make me happy because honestly, the theme of a given set working together is really all that counts for me. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. That's just going to be my initial take on it.
Ben, you were flashing some. You bought some. It looks like recently. You got a chance to go through it. I hope. What's your impression of the set?
Yeah. I 100% agree with John. I think thematically it's really cool. I mean, kid of the 80s and 90s, playing the NES games, playing the arcade games, like all the throwback cards to those different those different platforms are super awesome. References to the cartoons are great. The Commander Precon, I think, is pretty awesome out of the box, and there's some fun little bits that we can chat about. The art is pretty phenomenal. I picked up, like I said, I picked up the Precon, I picked up a Fat Pack, and I managed to get like some cool alt art out of the Fat Pack. But it's very cool. I'm excited about it. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I definitely like what I see out of the Turtle set more than I liked out of the Spider-Man set.
Interesting. I went to the pre-release. I'm Mr. Pre-release, and Friday night at the local shop here. It was small, probably maybe 20 people. But word on the internet is that it was a very small pre-release across the country. People were telling stories of their pre-releases being canceled because they didn't have enough people showing up to play. And it seems that, Lorwyn was the one before, right? It's a Magic set. It's a plane that we haven't been to in ages. It's probably one of the best attended pre-releases Magic has had in years from all recollections. And then to be followed up by Ninja Turtles, which is one of the smallest. Magic does have a bit of a crossroads they're at right now because their audience is a little diverging a little bit between all these other properties being brought into the game and mixed receptions. While your core Magic players seem to really be enjoying, maybe it's because it's more scarce now, but old school Magic, I would say, is fewer and far between those experiences. But Magic is kind of ups and downs right now.
How much?
Well, there are price differences. Yeah, that's what.
So this pre-release was like $52, $54.
And you went to Lorwyn pre-release as well, right?
I know, but hey, I'm Mr. Pre-release, and
I know. You went to Lorwyn pre-release as well.
Lorwyn was probably like 38, 40 maybe.
Yeah, like that's the value in the cards is not there, I think, to justify the price.
I would also put forth, what was the amount of time between you going to Lorwyn pre-release and then to Turtles?
Wait, say that again?
Like, how much time was between you being at Lorwyn pre-release then to Turtles?
Well, Lorwyn was January, so month and a half.
Yeah. I am going to lay it primarily at the feet of these are very, all these releases are close together, man. And we're talking, if we're throwing down, let's say averaging $40, whatever, to go to a pre-release. There's a reason I stopped. It's it's expensive. They come up frequently. Like the releases are dropping a lot. I gotta really like a set of cards for me to be even entertaining the idea. And then if I know it's just gonna happen again, I don't know. The last one that I was wanting to go to and I couldn't was the Lorwyn one because I really like the Lorwyn cards. I liked them back then. I like all the, the art, new art looks cool. They look cool. I'm not opposed to the turtle stuff. I think it's honestly the set, like I said, art looks tight. I really like how they drew from the different versions of Ninja Turtles, like comic book, movie, TV show, like that. They did a lot of cool stuff, but just as a consumer of a card game like that, I can't. Even if it was not just the money, just the time and just the investment in general of like, I'm going to spend a day. That's a lot. It's a lot for me to be throwing down into a new set this often. I just, it kind of got overwhelming for me. That was a big part of like my own consuming habits of Magic the Gathering. And I like the game.
I thought you said time between releases. There's probably, 15 years between the first Lorwyn set and the new one that came out a couple months ago. But hey, there's really only been maybe 4 months between New York, Spider-Man, and then Ninja Turtles. So we're going back to New York. And with Marvel coming up, we're going back to New York again, baby, and over the summer. So
Yeah. Makes me glad that we got the Doctor Who plane chase, New York plane that you can even make use of. So now we can have thematically accurate New York as a setting for Magic the Gathering games. We're not just going to have to play plane chase now, boys. It's just going to have to happen.
All right.
if I'm Mr. Pre-Release, you are Mr. Plane Chase. That is for sure. Real quick, look over the
Is that going to be your sell it
give
segment?
some thoughts, perhaps. What'd you say, Ben?
Plane chase as
said
a sell it.
Is that going to
gotta
be
be playing more
John's
plane
sell it segment for Plane Chase?
Oh, do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. The mechanics of the set here. There's a few. A lot of these are just they're kind of running out of design space. I feel so. They're just spins on other mechanics they've had. But you got. I'm just looking at the website here. Mutagen tokens. So this is one place they're really expanding a lot. They're just making tokens for everything now. Every set has its own unique token, it seems. But Mutagen, it's an artifact token. You pay 1, sack it. You just put a 1/1 counter on a creature. Kind of flavorful. You're mutating it a little bit with the mutagen. It's getting a little bit stronger, and it's a big part of Turtles lore. So always good to see that. But Sneak is probably the most interesting one. Sneak is.
I did have a question there.
Yeah, shoot on Sneak. Well, let me introduce it first. Sneak is a replacement for ninjutsu. If you Sneak is clunky. Looking into it. Anyway, you remove a unblocked attacker during the declare blocker step only. So this is a mechanic can only be used in a small sub-segment of the turn. And then you can replace it with a creature or a spell, which ninjutsu would not allow you to do. But it's basically a take on ninjutsu, but it's sneaking now.
When would ninjutsu trigger?
That's what I was thinking this afternoon. I don't do ninja decks. You're the one who plays it more than anyone.
Okay, I think ninjutsu was after.
So it's after blockers are declared, but before damage is dealt. So you could keep ninjutsuing over and over and over.
Oh, what?
Oh, yeah.
I've
right.
never done that, bruh.
Yes. It's dirty as... Good ninjutsu decks are just absolutely miserable to play against.
You guys are lucky. I've never built that. I've never built a good deck. Joke's on you. Okay. So Sneak is worse than ninjutsu.
Well,
like everything, it depends. The key thing here is that, and we're getting technical, Ninjutsu, you just replace the card with something else. You swap it. Sneak is it's a cast trigger. So if there's any
Oh.
cards that care about you casting something, Sneak would be actually better.
Or an enter the battlefield effect.
Yeah, most of them probably have that, but it's the
Yeah.
cast trigger. I think that what makes it different.
Yeah, you can cast a spell.
Potato, Sneak, Ninjutsu. I would have liked to just see Ninjutsu. It's Ninja Turtles, but I can see maybe the reason for the change. The next one is Disappear. This did not come up often to be honest, Sneak didn't come up often during my pre-release, and Disappear didn't come up often as well, but it's kind of like Morbid. Remember Morbid back in the day? If something died, you activate an ability. Disappear is just having a permanent you control leave the battlefield. So it could be a Evolving Wilds, it could be a token, it could be a creature dying. So again, a little bit more open-ended, but in pre-release, it's pre-release, so you're trying to keep your assets a little bit more on the table than normal, but it just never triggered very often. I saw my play experiences. Alliance is another one from New Capenna, I believe. I never liked Alliance in the beginning. It's just a creature enters ability. As long as you have a creature entering the battlefield, Alliance triggers. When is that not happening? It's so open-ended that it doesn't even seem like a mechanic to me.
Ninjutsu. It should be happening a lot with ninjutsu effects.
You could get double triggers on ninjutsu or sneak, of course, that's true. But I just think it's a lazy mechanic because, again, creatures enter all the time. Why, does it need its own mechanic? I don't know. And then lastly is classes are back. These are enchantments, level up enchantments, which I really like these because I liked the level up mechanic from way back in the day, but they never used it because it was kind of maybe clunky, but the classes seem to be a good solution to that. So these are enchantments, and you can pay more into them to unlock more abilities. And we've seen with the last couple times they've used them, these have been pretty powerful, pretty well received. So glad to see these back. And that's pretty much it. So any exciting mechanics here? Anything that moves the needle?
I like any plays with the backgrounds. Partially because I really liked, and then this is they have their multitude of problems, but Partner was cool, just because you can keep some cool thematic things going. Backgrounds for the same reason I think are neat within the commander space, being able to work with different ways to make things match up. I'm very fond of my bird deck because I was able to partner a bird with an additional bird and then make all my spells bird themed. And that type of thing really goes a long way with me.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
When you're making a bird deck. So all right, so the cards here, and there's this is a smaller set, but there's still a lot of cards. Did you guys get a chance to look through the spoiler? Were there any cards that jumped out to you?
The splashy ones.
Splash.
Every single Krang card, I was like, oh, pretty cool. I also just like Krang because I like the way he laughs. The sound was good.
That's a good impression, man.
So I would say the Krang cards are up there for me. I know they're not. Actually, that one looked pretty sick. Okay, which one is it? The 9-cost one. He's the 9-cost colorless Krang, where he makes all of your
dude, that's
artifacts.
Crazy.
Yeah, I just know he's just gonna be gone.
It costs
immediately.
9.
But still, the idea of being like, all right, now I got all these Mausers in here. We're going to be throwing down robots. I'm going to have a Technodrome. And I don't know why I remembered it so long as being a Technodome, but it's got an R in there. It's a technodrome. So there we go. I guess it's round. It was like it's a dome, but no, it's like completely round. Um, so my point being is that the flashiness of those Krang cards, they're big for me. I love that.
One of the cards that got, I think, maybe the most hype at the beginning was Super Shredder, I believe. Did you ever take a look at that one?
Dude, that Super Shredder is crazy. Crazy.
So
I think
Super
it's so
Shredder, I
good.
believe, is one in a black, and he's like what, a 1/1 or 2/2. I'm looking him up here right now, but
1/1.
anytime a permanent leaves the battlefield, you put a 1/1 counter on him, and then he has what, Menace, I think.
Mm.
Yeah. Lands that bounce, lands that sack, tokens, treasures. Like, dude, it's death triggers. Like, it's so good. It's so good. It's like an auto
Conventionally
include in any
powerful.
black deck.
Mm.
I disagree.
And then the
I think
menace
he
on top of it.
sucks. I think he
Like
Wow.
what
sucks.
the hell? Okay, now you're
Dude.
being contrary.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hey, we live in a world that creatures just having big stats. It just doesn't do enough. I don't understand the hype.
A
Like,
creature turn 2 having big stats is dangerous.
I mean,
Creature turn 1, come on.
no,
he's turn two, but he's menace. Like, I mean, unless someone's hitting everything on curve, like you can drop him down and still sneak him by, doing plenty of work. Like there are my red black treasure deck. Like, I mean, dude, he would just house in that deck. Like it's I think it's good. I think the cost is probably they're going for what, $25, $30. Like it's like the biggest card in the set aside from anything like serialized.
The
And
guy's
I
easily gonna
think it's
be,
honestly
yeah.
a pretty powerful card.
I just
we're
don't think
talking-
he's worth the hype.
I'm just saying, like, ultimately, I think you can easily hit a 6/6, fucking nailing you with Menace on turn 3. It only gets worse from there. Like, crazy, dude. That's
5, 6 years ago, yeah. These days, I'm not excited.
Wait a second. You're telling us what doesn't excite you. What does excite you?
Well, I want to go back to this. Like
Oh.
John's not wrong. Like in the sense of like it, you're playing a four player game. Like by the time you get him down and it comes back to your turn, like he could be humongous. Like are you gonna not crack your Evolving Wilds turn 2 to try and fetch a land? Like just because there's a shredder out, like you just made him bigger. Like he's gonna roll over your 2/2 that you're gonna drop on your turn. Like it's it gets out of hand quick. I mean,
He's conservatively a 6/6 on the third turn.
like
Conservatively.
it's and there are so many ways to pump out treasures in this particular set. I mean, every other card drops a food token, and there are cards that turn those food tokens into essentially treasures that you're just getting rid of. Like it I think him being a 1/1 is super important because there are a million ways to deal with it, but you have to answer it quickly or it gets out of hand. So I do think that it's fairly well balanced. A 1/1 for 2 with Menace, okay. But to John's point, I think he gets way big, way quick, and is like very early game pressure if you get that like nut draw with him in your hand. Like it's a scary card, I think.
He's not bad, but I'm not gobsmacked by him. What I am gobsmacked by. So hear me out here. But I did pull him in pre-release. He did very good. I think he's got commander potential all over him. Is the Mutagen Man, Living Ooze. Look him up. Hear me out. He's X green for a 2/3 legendary ooze mutant creature. I saw you smile there, John, when I said ooze. He has trample, But here's the kicker. Activated abilities of artifact tokens you control cost 1 less to activate. So your food is cheaper, your investigate tokens are cheaper. Oh, and the mutagen tokens he makes are basically free. So when he enters X, create X many mutagen tokens equal to X. So not only can he pump a lot of creatures quickly, but he's kind of like a token lord. And like I said at the beginning, Wizards just loves putting tokens into all sorts of sets. So as we get more different types of tokens in the future, Mutagen Man will help make those a lot more
can you remind me of what the
affordable
mutagen
to
does?
use.
What is a mutagen token again?
Pay 1, sack it, put a 1/1 counter on something.
Wait, when it sacks, does it leave the battlefield?
Yep, it does.
Hope you don't have a super shredder on the field.
Okay, so he combos good as Super Shredder. I get it, okay? But still.
Thanks for helping sell the super shredder, Cam.
Okay, but again, I think as Commander goes, he's something maybe to look out for. He's just a rare, but I think there's some value there. One other card I do want to talk about, because it wrecked me at the pre-release, is Improvised Arsenal. 1 in a red artifact equipment. Very simple. It just equipped creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Cost 1 red to equip. Oh, and by the way, you could pay a 4 in a red to make a copy of it. So this is kind of like that rat from a long time ago. You can make copies of the rat. Rabbit.
Yeah,
What was that rat?
Pack rat? You talking
Pack
about
rat. Thank you.
I fucking love that.
It's a pack rat for equipment. The reason is I was playing against a guy pre-release. He had a pretty sick blue-red artifact deck. Everything was artifact. He played the card. He read the top line to me. I was like, oh, okay. Well, it gets +5, +6. No big deal. 3 turns later, oh, by the way, I can make copies. He didn't tell me that. And I was like, oh, well, that changes the equation. So he was making copies. It's just a bag of like hockey sticks. But every turn he was copying it. The copies copy themselves. And very fast, I was getting beat down by 10 10s I just could not get rid of. Again, only good for artifact decks. But I think if you do have one, that card can get kind of silly there real fast. I got the scars to prove it.
All right, is it my go?
Yeah.
All right, so there are definitely some single cards that I like, and Super Shredder is a big one. But I'm gonna talk about the pre-con because I'm a sucker for buying pre-con sets. So it's a 5-color set. The main commander is Heroes in a Half Shell. It's 5-color commander. You got all the turtles, does all the things. But I think what is really cool about the commander set is you always get like an alternate commander. And for this one, your alternate commander is just all the individual turtles. And what's funny and thematic about it is to maintain the 5-color deck, Leo has to be one of your 2 commanders, which is really neat. And then you can partner him with anyone else. You can partner him with Leo, with Don, with Michelangelo, Raph. Even April O'Neil has a partner character select in it. So I like, again, the thematics of going back to Leo's running the squad. I like the idea that you're forced to use him as your commander because he's in charge of the turtles ultimately, and I think it just plays fun. But Leo's card is 3 and a white for a 3/3. Whenever a token you control enters, you may put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Do this only once each turn. And then for all 5 colors, creatures you control gain Menace, Trample, and Lifelink until the end of turn. It's like filthy. And then you partner them with Raphael, is 4 in a red for a 4/4. Double all damage that creatures you control with counters on them would deal when Raphael enters. Create a mutagen token. So as soon as you drop Raphael, it drops your token out. You end up putting 1/1s out. Now everything's doing double damage. Like it's nasty and it's fun and it's thematic. And then the rest of the deck just like pops off. It stabilizes really easy on board wipes. It's got some really good mana fixing. You have the Ninja Pizza enchantment. It's 2 and a green, and it turns your food tokens into treasures, essentially. And it generates you a food on your second main phase every turn, which is like super handy. It's a lot of fun. And then the last card I'll talk about in the precon that I like is going to be another Shredder. It's Shredder's Shadow Master, and it's 3 black for a 5/5. Whenever Shredder attacks a player, for each other opponent, you create a token that's a copy of Shredder tapped and attacking that player, except it isn't a legendary. Sacrifice those tokens at the end of combat. Whenever Shredder deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life rounded up. So you have Leo out. Those 5/5s become 6/6s. If they're doing damage, they're doing double damage. If Raphael is out, it's totally possible with like the nut hand to have a Shredder Shadow Master out turn 2. Swinging turn 3, a 5/5 swinging turn 3 like is wild. You're dropping everyone's life down by half. Like I think it's a wild card. I think it has really good combo potential because then there are other cards that will double token triggers. There's a Splinter that doubles that on top of like Leo's adding 1/1 counters. Like I think it gets out of hand really quick. I think the Super Shredder is definitely a better overall card. I think the Shadow Master Shredder in the precon is super cool and a lot of fun. I'm excited to kick your ass with it, Cam.
Best Shredder in the set by far.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, he's way better than Super Shredder. Way better.
Krang and Shredder. Shredder in the set. Just because he's got Krang.
Wait, is that a card, Krang and Shredder?
That's going to be my commander, Krang and Shredder.
No, Shredder, he's got all those spikes on his armor, so when he goes out and attacks everyone, someone's going to get nicked by one of those spikes. And doing half damage? That's pretty serious. So, yeah, I'd be way more afraid of him.
There are so many ways in the precons to sneak your guys through, whether it's making a ninja unblockable, giving them menace, giving them trample. Like I think that card is a game-winning card in that deck.
But Super Shredder is not. No, he's strong. And I think a lot of people pointed out he probably is not the strongest, but he's up there as well. He's in the conversation. John, you love Ninja Turtles. What's anything that stand out to you?
Well, wait a second. What? Oh, well, I was gonna say, no, I just like every single Krang card, dude. I like every single Krang card. Ultron Warlord was the name of the one that is basically what's that? What's that Eldrazi card? Eldrazi Temple or whatever. Turning all your artifact creatures flying, trample, indestructible, and haste. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Flashy, powerful.
The Chroma Memorial.
The way I like it. And, combining... I do like all the robot cards. I really want to get some of those for my Ludovic deck, my sciencey deck. I like all the scientific related cards there that can be drawn and work thematically with some of my other decks. So I think those are going to be purchases for me, probably. And yeah, the ooze card is also pretty cool. I like that.
You know me, I like my prices. It's hard to see with all the different variants, but at the time of this recording, oh no, am I still here? Did
No,
I
you're
bounce
still
out?
there. What's it getting choppy?
Yeah. Get better internet, Cam.
Am I am I back?
Yeah, all of you.
Oh my god! Once per episode, my internet's gonna crap out of me. Anyway, Super Shredder is the most expensive non-fancy card in the set. He's about $33.22 at the time of this recording. And then the second best card is about $20. Cool but rude. And something called the Ooze for about 12. So yeah, not a
Wait, the ooze is
ton
going
of
for
value.
12?
Say again?
The ooze is going for 12? Damn it. I wanted a copy of that.
What does the Ooze do? Two colorless artifacts. When a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it leaves the battlefield, create a mutagen token for each +1/+1 counter on it. Sorry. They could tap it, exile target card from a graveyard to make a mutagen token. Pairs well with Super
of
Shredder.
value.
Everything does. But just free mutagen tokens.
It's such a
Man.
good card.
It's only $12. It's not crazy.
And you can also just nut kick any graveyard decks as well. Yeah. A lot of value, utility there.
It's cute, but I don't know. So. All right. Well, any other final thoughts on Ninja Turtles? Ben, I do want to play that pre-con you picked up, so let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, definitely do.
I would like to make a one thing I do like about Universes Beyond is just they do have a lot of it's very thematic. So you got your Final Fantasy decks, your Ninja Turtles one. I would like to make a Marvel one. I like to build my decks most of the time, so it's kind of cool to be able to go outside the fantasy element and do some other things. So, and a lot of these cards are mutants, which should pair very nicely in the upcoming Marvel set as well. So maybe there's some extra synergies and value when Marvel comes out later on. But we'll see what happens. But again, not a bad set, but it's not exactly Magic either. But it's still fun. It's still cool.
Yeah.
We can make it work. We'll make it work.
Make it work. Okay. Well, that is all for this episode. Thanks again for watching and or listening. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. If there's anywhere else, let me know, because that's news to me. So
We're going to pirate it.
have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you, gentlemen, and we'll catch you later on the Very Important
guys.
People. Obviously, talking about very important things podcast. Take care.
Take care.